Hey my friend, Jean-Serge Gagnon here. So today we're going to talk about Google Analytics. What's Google Analytics, right? To track your visitors. So if you have a blog, you have a website, you have a course site, you have a funnel, you can track how many people are visiting that page, and you can also figure out where they're coming from. So for example, if you're posting on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Instagram, and you want to know the people that are going to your blog, the people that are going to your funnel, where are they from? Now there's different ways to do that, but using Google Analytics is probably the simplest way to make sure you track everything, and you don't even have to worry about it. It's free, right? The reason why they do that is because they get some you know benefit from knowing what your traffic is, where it's from, and anyways, it's just part of the whole big Google engine, right? So if you are like me and you're a marketer and you just want to know and track things, and you're fine with them knowing about your traffics and all that, then use that. Otherwise you'll have to pay for services that track for you, right? But how do we do that? We're going to talk about that in just a second, but first this. So the real question is this: what are the strategies, techniques, and tools that you need to learn to generate residual income from the e-learning boom that's happening right now? My name is Jean-Serge Gagnon, and welcome to Course Income Secrets. So as you know, I have a few different websites. I have a blog, and I also have social media posting. I post everywhere. So I use Google Analytics to keep track of things. Now to be honest with you, I haven't really dug in too much into the whole, the real nitty gritty of everything in there, and I actually am not using it to the most of what you can do with Google Analytics, but we're going to talk about that. I'm going to kind of show you what all that is and how to set it up and things like that. And before we do that, let me just remind you, if you're listening to the audio, you're going to want to go check out the video and the blog post at cis339.jsgagnon.com too, because I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to show you how to do all this, right? So let's get right to it. Let's go share the screen. Here's the Google Analytics dashboard. So first, what you want to do is you want to go to analytics.google.com. So let's just start a little notepad. I probably should have done that over here. Let's go in here. Oh, I forgot, I should have created a folder for this. So 2021, that's how to, I'm gonna have to make sure I have the right title there, but I need a little notebook right here because I want to show you what that looks like in here. So I'm just call this notes, and for you to first get set up, right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to analytics.google.com. Let's just put that in the notepad right over here. So you want to go there, analytics.google.com. So first thing you go there. When you first go there, you're not going to have an account. It's going to ask you to create an account. It's going to ask you to use which Google account, because if you've got Gmail, you got YouTube, you got different, you're going to be able to just use one of those accounts. But you set up an analytics account. Once you have an analytics account, let's make that, you're going to want to go in. Well, I'm not really sure because it's been so long since I set it up. I'm not really sure how it first looks when you start. You could probably just Google that to search somebody explaining how to set up your account. But once you've got your account, and maybe it looks similar to this, right, you need to go into the admin, and you need to have a property and a view, right? So by default there's actually well, let's just say I create a view. I'm not gonna, let's not do that right now. I just want to show you how you get the ID. See how it says right here, it's got UA 914685509-1. That's my ID, my analytics ID. So how do you get that, right? So when you first create your account, you're going to set you're going to give it a name, which I could create other, I'm not sure, and maybe I will go into that a little bit deeper, whether you should have more than one account per domain. It might make more sense. For now, I've got the same account and I'm using the same analytics ID on all my different websites. I'm using it on SnapExec, I'm using it on Click eCourse, I'm using it on my blog, I'm using it in my funnels. Actually I realized the other day that I wasn't using this properly, or maybe the tracking code changed recently. I'm not really sure, but it looked like I wasn't tracking anything other than the SnapExec, so maybe. But anyway, so how do you get that installed on your site, on your blog, on your funnel, on your, I'm going to show you how to do that on a couple of different places. First, you want to have the tracking code right here, right? So you can look at this, you click on tracking code, that'll give you the code that you need to copy to your site, right? So there's Google Tag Manager as well, which is a separate topic, but let's just take this is oh, that's probably what happened. Oh, I know, that's right, I used to not have a Google tag. I didn't set up a Google Tag Manager until maybe 6 months, a year ago, and my the this looks like it's changed now. It says Google Site Tag, right? So it says tagmanager.com, but it used to say Google Analytics or something. So anyways, in any case, once you have your Google Analytics, you're going to come here, you're going to get the tracking code, you're going to copy that to your website. So for example, if I go to my blog, I go to my blog and I want to add that to my blog, I'm going to go in here actually the dashboard, on my WordPress dashboard. It's loading up, just give it a second here, and you got to go in there and you have to add it to your heading. So depending on what kind of plugins you got installed. Now that for me, I installed the header and footer plugin, which is, where is it, right here, the insert headers and footers. That's the plugin I use from WP Beginner. There's a bunch of different plugins. What you need is a plugin that allows you to put in header code. So now after I've got that installed, I go into settings, insert header and footer right there, and inside of here I put a bunch of tracking pixels, right? There's the Facebook pixel in there, there's the LinkedIn pixel, there's the Pinterest one, there's the TikTok one. I got a bunch of them in there. So you just put those all together, right? And this is the one that is my Google Analytics one, right? So that's the one that I'm putting in here. We see Google Tag Manager. That's exactly what we just had in the other page, right? I just took this, I copied this, and I put that right here, right? So that allows tracking of any people that are on my blog, right? So if you okay, so that's how you do it on your blog. And then after that, of course, you click on save after you've put it in there, and then once you have that, that means that any of the pages that people go to will show up in your tracking, right? Okay, so that's the first thing. Next thing is, if you have a site like if I look at my SnapExec site, or if I look at my Click eCourse site, if I look at there's like, obviously the different sites have different ways of doing this, but this site here, I manage it, it's my own site. So if I look at the source, the page source, you'll see that I have this Google Analytics over here, right? And it says elements by tag name. So this is see, this is the old tag. I don't understand why the new one is still working, but it must be because I added the other one. But as you can see, there's not, I have LinkedIn here, I have the Facebook one here, I have the Google Analytics one, but I don't have the Google tags, I don't have the TikTok, I don't have the Pinterest, right? That's only because I haven't gone back to that site. If I look at Click eCourse and review page source, I don't think it'll show up in the source, or does it? Yes, it does. Okay, so over here I've got the Facebook pixel, I've got the Google Tag Manager one right here, which is the one we're talking about. I've got the Google Analytics ones, I got LinkedIn, I've got Pinterest. I don't have TikTok. I should add TikTok. So that's one way. Now the thing about Click eCourse is, once you have an account, you can actually go in here under your where is it under, I forget, let's just go into our account to there, and let's just see, where is that, I forget where it is, advanced maybe. Yeah, right here. So under here you can actually put head code right there, you can actually paste that in here. I can go in here and I can paste that in here. So what that does, if you're using Click eCourse for your own courses, what that does is you can have your own analytics code right on the site to be able to track people going to your course pages, to your profile. The main site obviously is owned by the owners of the site, but for courses and for your profile you can actually have your own tracking code for your own tracking. Okay, so that's tracking. So let's just okay, so now that we have shown you how to use the analytics in different sites, it's all about, well, there's another option too, right? If I actually, let me go back here, I want to show you something else. Preferences, I think it's in here. Yeah, over here I've got Google Ads client, AdSense ID. We have so you can actually put well, this is ads. Where's the Google? Oh, I guess it's not in here. Well, it's for the site, right? For the site you can actually put just the ID, but that's not an option. Sorry, I digress here. Okay, so once you have your tag in your page, in your site, what you're going to start seeing now is you're going to start seeing data, right? So right now we're seeing 942 users, 1k sessions and whatever for the last is that the last 7 days. If I look at the last 90 days, we end up with 6k users, right? And you see the numbers are like this. I'm not sure what is that one? Users, I'm not sure what the two numbers are from. Is comparison to previous month. Oh, okay, that's probably what it is. Right. Okay, so that's why you're seeing a +4. This is up. What? Oh, up the bounce rate. Yeah, so session duration, that kind of stuff. Now over here, active users right now, it says there's 3 active users right now on the site. Now there's 2. Now if I go over here and I go to I guess my post, I got to go to my page itself, visit the site. Okay, so now if I go here and I click around and I open up an incognito window, let's say open this in incognito window, now you're going to see in here it's going to show that I got more users. Right now I got 3. Is this one going to show me another one? Oh, let's go to snapexec.com as well. Snapexec.com. Let's go to click eCourse. I don't know if they're going to show us separate users or not, but yeah, you see the numbers are going up, right? Because I've got more users on there. You can also do things like this. You can say what browsers my users, there's see how it's 5 now. Okay, but in any case, what can you get out of this? Let's just go back here like this. Okay, so let's see, what else can you do with this, right? You can do so much, right? You can do so much. There's so much data. As you can see right here, it shows me how many desktop users, mobile users, tablet users. Also shows me what pages people have visited, shows me what time of day they're more active, shows me which countries they're from. It's totally insane, right? But what you're really interested in, at least what I'm really interested in, is where did they come from? So where do you get that? You go under acquisition, all traffic, source medium, right there. Now that'll tell you where those are coming from. It says here direct. I don't really know what direct means. I think it just means that somehow they don't have a previous page or referral. But you can see right here 83 organic, Badu. I don't know what Badu is. Can I go see it? I click on it? No, that just shows me just that Badu. Oh, okay, so let's just go back to all right here. Okay, so this shows me, right? Anyways, you can see right here there's Facebook, there's Facebook mobile, there's Master of Simple, there's YouTube, there's t.co, I don't know what that is, there's DuckDuckGo, right? So that kind of shows me where people are from. Now the other thing is I can actually there's something else I want to know. So there's lots of, like I said, there's so much information, but that can kind of give you an idea of, okay, look at that, I'm posting on LinkedIn, I'm posting on Twitter, I'm posting on Facebook, I'm posting on YouTube, I'm posting on at my blog, and it looks like I'm not getting anybody. Now can I see more than 10? Let's show 100 rows. just out of curiosity. So I've got from LinkedIn I had one, right? Like, can I see, I want to see if there's a range. Can I see a range? Where's the range here? This is just number 942. Let's say the month. It doesn't change the number. That's the thing, I'm kind of weird. I don't understand why it doesn't change the number when I say the month. Hmm. There's like I said, there's so much to learn on Google Analytics, but this still gives you a good idea of kind of what kind of information you get, right? I see people from Pinterest, right? There was one from LinkedIn, only one. From GitHub. That's kind of weird. Yahoo, UK search, Trello, Sogu, referral, I don't know what those means. Website referral, organic, Bing, from Bing. Oh, interesting. Now the thing that I want to know is, because I'm using multiple sites with the same ID, maybe I should actually, let's do that right now. I'm actually going to do that right now. I'm curious to see what happens. I'm going to create a new account, and I'm going to create it for my domain, for my blog, right? JS blog. So I'm going to say that. Next, create Google Analytics Treasure Web and App Data property details. A property represents, well, I want this to be US, always US dollars. US, where's US? Canadian, I don't want, where's the US dollar? US, USA, US dollar, USD. Okay. United Kingdom, no, it's America, Canada, and it's Atlantic time. I want Atlantic time, it's my time. Halifax time is fine. All right, so property name, create a Google Analytics for property to measure your web and or app data. A business and or an account can contain one or more properties. Okay, so blog. I have no idea what I'm doing right now, but I'm just going through this with you, right? So that maybe you can learn from this. So help us tailor your experience. Select one. Industry category, computers, online. Oh my god, that's the part that's kind of like whatever, right? Like, what does it matter? For me anyways, it doesn't matter, right? Because I'm just online. But what is it? Hobbies? Do I put it online communities? Do I put it as people? Because really what I'm about is course income secrets, right? So course online generate income, right? Books, beauty, auto, finance, internet. How about jobs and education? Doesn't really matter. Okay, business type, just small business. Okay, how do you intend to use Google Analytics for the business? Measure customer engagement. Yeah. Optimize my site, measure data across multiple devices, optimize my advertising costs, increase my conversions, analyze my everything. I want to do everything. Okay, create. There we go. So now, why does it say United Kingdom? Oh, no, why would it say that? Canada. Well, I'm in Canada, so I gotta accept that, and I accept that. Okay, so there you go. So that's the process of creating a new account. So now I have a new account, and it's called blog something, right? So now if I go into my set up a data stream. Okay, there you go. So I want to do a web. It's on web, so website is going to be jean-serge.com. Stream name is my blog, and I'm going to say page view scrolls down. I'm not even sure what that means, but automatic measure. Okay, create stream. There you go. Now I got the website. So now I've got to add new page tag. Oh, that's interesting. So I've got these. Okay, so I can have either Google and this or Google Tag Manager, right? So connected site tags, there's none so far. Add new on page tag. So I guess I could add a Google site tag or Google Tag Manager tag. and that's the thing. So I don't want to have to manage a whole bunch of different things. So I'm not, maybe I don't want to do this. But what I wanted to find out, look, this is the measurement ID right here. No data because it's not created yet, but I can copy this. Stream URL, web stream details. Okay, so maybe that's what I got to do. I got to go back to the other one and go to my other account. Let's go to this account, and then I'm going to go to G4A setup, property settings. Okay, so what is that? Property settings. This is the URL. That's the URL here, HTTPS, and it shows me the property manual tagging. Okay, can I add any more? Start, I want to see if I can add another domain. Move property, move to rubbish, property settings. Okay, that's the tracking ID, the property name, values required, default view. Oh, okay. Online communities. Okay, so save that again. Okay, so now I've got this. I want to see property user management. What is that? Property user, so that's me. Oh, okay. Then what about tracking info? We already went into that. That's where you get your data code, data collection, session settings, referral exclusion list. What is that? Is that what I would put? Exclude this domain. Oh, okay. Domain name, what's that doing there? Exclude these domains from your users arriving at your site via any of these domains as referral traffic. Yeah, well, that makes sense. If they're already on the site, why would they be? So can I add www.snapexec.com? I don't know. Anyways, okay, I did that. What else is that? Search term exclusion list. What can I put in here? Search term. What's a search term? Analytics.js version. If you're using the GA version, configure these settings in your code to analytics from. Oh wow. Yeah, so they're making changes, I guess. Okay, so property change history, Google Ads list linking, AdSense linking, Google Ads. To link a GA property to a Google Ads account, you must have edit permission on the GA property. Okay. Configure as link. Link configuration. I'm doing like these crazy things in here, right? But like I said, the basics of the analytics is adding that tracking code to your site. You got to do it as soon as you can, because you're not going to know what's going on last week, right, when you do it today, but next week you're going to know what happened during the week, right? So you got to do it right now. Go and do it right now. You go, if you're watching the video of this, you should go back to the beginning and see how you get this code to add to your site. I'm just going through these things, kind of for you following along, joining in the journey. What needs to be done? And I don't even know what I'm really doing. There's so much stuff, right? But there's one of the things is goals that I was thinking about. So goal URL, reverse goal funnel, goal flow. Let's look at this, because one of the things I want to do is I want to be able to track new views, right? So it requires goals. And what are goals? Set up goals. Okay, so I want to have goals, a new goal. So let's create a goal of somebody registering. So revenue, acquisition, successful sign up account or view created. Okay, somebody who created an account. Let's do that. So it's not a destination, it's an event. But that's the thing, is I want to know create an account on SnapExec. Okay, so what is it? It's not a destination. That's the thing, right? It's when somebody creates an account on SnapExec, if I log out here, if I log in, no, register. okay, so maybe this is the page I want. Let's do that goal. Okay, so course, and let's go back in here. I want to actually register somebody requesting an account, so it's not a creation. I want it to be 20 goals left. Goals. Okay, so new goal. I want to create a goal that says submit, refer, read reviews, upcoming, share, sign up. Smart goal not available. Measure the most engaged visits to your website into goals. Oh, what about custom? Where's custom? Let's do custom. What's it called? Okay, so request to visited register on SnapExec. Okay, a destination, continue, equal to this, pages login step equals request. Okay, so now what about registered a new account? So how does that work? If I register a new account, I'm going to put this some random thing, so JS at SnapExec. And then if I click on this, I want to see what happens. Let's do an inspect, because I want to make sure I capture the user request account network. I want to see what happens here when I do that. Registration has been accepted. Okay, so now what did that do? It went to where? So it went to here, but it doesn't actually go to a see, this says page view still instead of a register or something, right? That's the thing, you can set events, right, so that it shows that this is a registration. I'm gonna have to go back and redo some of these things, because I need to be able to keep track of these things. I don't even know what's happening with my traffic. I know that people are going to my page, I just don't know how many people, I don't know what actions they're taking. That's why you want Google Analytics. You want to be able to track those things. And I'm going to have to do another episode in the future where I've kind of gone through some of these things and kind of show you how some of this stuff works. But for my own website, right, it's a little bit more complicated than it would be for, say, your blog. For your blog, I could actually, you know what, I could actually do that if I was to go in here and say somebody who accessed my blog, right? So let's say, for example, I go to my blog and maybe they click on contact me, right? That's what about work with me, work with JS? Those could be goals, right? People that are visiting these pages could be goals, right? Talking about showing people actually accessing my work with me, right? There's free training, there's register. What is this? That's register. And then there's, I have so much stuff that I gotta look at and figure out what to do with it, right? But that's kind of what you do with Google Analytics. You gotta set it up, and then once it's set up, at the very least it's starting to gather data, and then you do have to do some things to keep track of what that data means to you, or set up, I should say, what that data means to you, so you can get the most out of it, right? But set up your Google Analytics account first. Like I said, go to analytics.google.com and just register an account, create an account, and then add that to your okay, so then you go to admin, which is over here, admin right here, right? And under admin you go to the property, so, and then admin property, and then you go to tracking info. So take the code and paste it to your blog header code. All right, so it'll look like this. Tracking code, it'll look something like this, for example. Right, so that'll be kind of what it'll look like. So that's what you got to do to set up Google Analytics, and that's the beginning. Just do that, set that up, and start to keep track of your website visitors, your blog site visitors, where they come from, so you'll be able to do that. And yeah, we'll see you in the next episode. As always, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and comment below the video, below the blog post, and we'll get back to you. Have yourself a great day. Until next time. This has been Course Income Secrets, the entrepreneur's blueprint to generating income from the e-learning boom. Some of your friends need to hear this message, so don't forget to share. For more content like this, go to CourseIncomeSecrets.com and make sure to subscribe and follow us here. My name is Jean-Serge Gagnon. Until next time.